All right, guys. So it's snowing here in Maryland. Actually headed to the airport, and we're heading to a colder climate. We're shooting 3 episodes of a podcast from my client. She's from Detroit, but she lives here in Maryland. But she's going back home to actually interview 3 people for her podcast. So we have the vehicle loaded, all the gears in the car. So we're headed to the airport now, and it's snowing a little bit. So over the last probably 3 or 4 years, probably since everything started with the pandemic, personal media services has become like a really big thing because a lot of people started working from home. A lot of people realized the power of being digital and being able to really just produce anywhere. And so we also know during that time that podcasting really like took off. And so, I've always been someone I try not to confuse people because I am a photographer, right? But I've always been in all forms of media, whether it be audio, video, like my whole life, ever since I was a teenager. I've always kind of been in that realm a little bit. And so it's an easier transition. Like I tell people, video is just moving pictures. A lot of the techniques, a lot of the theory involved in video is the same for photos. There are definitely different nuances with it, but it's a lot of similarities. So I think in a prior video that we had on the channel, I talked about being able to open up your product offerings more to your clients. Because when you find a really good client and a client finds a really good media professional, the more you can do under one roof is really the best for both of you guys, because one, you already have the business relationship there, and it's a really good thing to just be able to grow with each other and also know where each other's coming from. You kind of know your clients' needs, they kind of know what you're able to provide. So I'm going to always be an advocate of being able to offer as many services without making yourself look like you're just trying to do everything. Trying to offer as many services as you can to your clients. So build out your portfolio a little bit just so you can kind of maximize your service offerings. You guys, we made it to Detroit. We were delayed over an hour getting out of DC. Weather, de-ice and planes, late arrivals, but we're here. Going to pick up my luggage so I can get to the hotel, unpack, and get everything situated. All right, guys, I'm here. I'm at the hotel, checked in. I'm actually staying at the Westin at the airport here in Detroit. Interesting day, interesting travel day. I have no complaints about the flights. Getting out of DC was a little bit tricky because, of course, with the weather, the snow, de-icing the planes, a couple delays. So I left a little over an hour after the scheduled time, but the flight was great. So now I need to find something to eat really quick. We're supposed to be picked up about 6 to head out with the team. We're going to do a walkthrough of the venue for tomorrow. Actually, one of the venues. We're shooting at 2 venues here in Detroit. We're going to do a walkthrough of the second venue that's where we're going to do 2 of the interviews. I'm going to walk through, get a look, see what we need to do to set up, and then hang out for dinner, come back and get some rest. So like I mentioned, I'm staying at the Westin that's attached to the airport. But the interesting thing is, I wanted to grab something to eat. I didn't feel like eating at the hotel, so I said I'm gonna run over here to the airport grab something to eat. Had to go through security again, but they give you this little, you can go by the kiosk and get this non-boarding gate pass that lets you back into the airport to, I guess, shop or buy stuff. But you know, you just have to go through security again. So that's the only downside. So what I'm gonna do is stock up on some stuff so I don't have to do this again. All right, you guys, so early start today for production day. I was up about 6:30. We're supposed to leave the hotel at 8:30 to head to the first location. So I'm gonna head downstairs, see if they have something to eat, and then get back, look over the gear one last time, and then get out of here. Let's go to the lobby. Trying to find something on the menu. All right, so let's look at some of the gear that I bought on this trip. It drives me crazy because anytime I have a trip where I have to work, I take like a week and just pack everything. It doesn't take me a week to actually pack, but I lay everything out, go over it multiple times, make sure I have stuff. If I need to order stuff, I order it. So I think we're pretty much ready to go. Well, we better pretty much be ready to go because we're here. But let's take a look at the gear that I bought on this trip. All right, guys, so here is the main bag. This isn't everything, and no, it didn't look like this when I opened it up. I just laid stuff on top so I could go through it. But this is an Airport International Series bag from Think Tank Photo. I've had this bag for over a decade. I want to get another one, but this one has never let me down. I have a link in the description if you guys are interested in checking it out. But up front here, I have two of my cameras. I actually have the lenses on the bodies. I have another lens there. More connection doohickey cables. More. This is my power pouch. Everything is here. Mics I'm actually taking, even though I have wireless louds, I'm taking wireless mics as well. Handhelds just in case something goes out on one of the mics. These are my Rode headphones that I'm going to use to monitor the production. I have a backpack here with some light panels in here. I think I'm only going to need light panels for the first location. The second location has ample lighting, I believe. Zoom Live Track L8. Also over here, I did bring my computer and some hard drives and stuff like that with me just in case, or actually when I do backup when I'm done. Oh yeah, let me show you guys this real quick. So I have this Pixel Pocket Rocket from Think Tank to hold the memory cards. It's actually perfect for this because I'm having two cameras and you know, my mixing board. So I have everything labeled starting at the top. This will be the first recording. The second row will be the second recording. The third row will be the third recording. So I'm going to have everything here organized. And then once I get back to the hotel, I'm going to make another copy and back everything up on the computer just to make sure I don't have just one copy of everything. So I may do a video on how I actually do my backups. It's been something I've been doing for years, especially when I travel. I never come back with just one copy of the media that I produce, whether it's photography, video, audio, whatever it is. I try to have at least 2 to 3 backups. And then like memory cards, when I come back, the memory cards are on me. They're usually in one of my pockets. And then of course I have my computer usually as a carry-on, which will have oftentimes a backup on an external hard drive as well as a backup on the hard disk of the computer as well. So that's how I'll get 2 to 3 backups. I just, nobody ever wants anything to happen to their gear, but the gear is replaceable, but I cannot replace what was captured. So I always try to make sure that I have redundancy with my backups just for peace of mind, and so I'm on the safe side. All right, so that's a wrap for everything here in Detroit. We came here to record a video podcast for our client. We did 3 episodes, 2 locations. The first one was at one location, and we did 2 episodes at the last location. Really good day, great conversations. Make sure you guys check out the Just Start From Ideas to Actions podcast, hosted by Jacqueline Baker. This has been a fun trip. This is my first time to Detroit. I had friends laughing, saying you choose to go to Detroit in the dead of winter. It is cold, but it's not too bad, but it is chilly up here. So I got back to the hotel, finished backing everything up. Like I was saying, I did some Instagram stories, and I was just sharing it. I never travel back with one copy of anything. So no matter what I'm shooting, when I get back, usually to the hotel, I make a copy onto an external hard drive, and I usually try to keep a copy on a computer as well. So that gives me 2 to 3 copies. And the memory cards, usually once a shoot happens on location or out of town, the memory cards are on me all the time, even on the airplane. And then also I'm carrying on most of my gear too. So I have a few copies nearby. I just feel like, although I would never want anything to happen to my gear, if something happened to my gear, I could replace it, but I couldn't replace the work that we did on location. So tomorrow we have an early morning flight out of here on Sunday. Boarding starts at like 7 o'clock. So I'm going to have an early wake up, probably about 5. I'm going to pack everything tonight so I could just wake up, brush my teeth, and go. I'm actually, like I said, I believe early in the video, I'm at the Westin at the airport here in Detroit, so it's attached. So I literally go downstairs, and when you walk out, you're in the terminal, and I'm flying Delta, and the Delta terminal is right outside the door. So getting through security shouldn't be a big deal. But again, this has been a really good trip. These out-of-town trips and getting to meet new people are always fun, but I am looking forward to getting back home. So I'm not sure if I'm going to end the video here, but if I do, I want to thank you guys for checking out the video. I want to also encourage you guys to subscribe to the channel, to like the video. I'm really trying to be more consistent with my content here in 2023, actually 2024, and beyond. So thank you guys for checking out the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.